Hi there, my name is Jessica Drossin, and today I'm going to walk you through this new product, which is digital backgrounds, as you see here, and also some overlays that are all sort of focused around this idea of the bougainvillea here in bloom. And it's so beautiful here in California, and I thought, hey, this is in my neighborhood. I'm going to just take a couple pictures of it, and a lot of people liked it, so I thought, well, I'm going to make it available as a digital overlay and rather a digital background and some overlays. And I hope you enjoy it. Let me just sort of walk you through the product here a little bit. I'm going to start here in Bridge and just quickly show you what is included. There are various backgrounds, two main versions, as you see here, one vertical and one horizontal. And then there's some, I made some variations here of the horizontal version. I didn't of the vertical version simply because I created an action that started doing what I was doing here in the horizontal versions, and I'll get to that here in just a second. And then I have a variety of different tops that you can just drag and drop right over the top of your image. So, and then lastly, I have some individual blossoms that will go ahead and match, or in this case will go on the ground. Or if you just want to throw in some extra blossoms into perhaps one of those top overlays, you can. I've hopefully made this pretty easy to use and fun. So let's just jump in and I'll show you how I am working with this product. So I have one of the horizontal digital backgrounds here. I am going to go ahead and just grab a photo of my daughter, and she has been separated from her background. I'm going to just copy her and just place her into this image. Now she is a little too big, so I am going to, using my transform tool, I'm going to size her down. I'm going to fit her into this background. And when I'm happy with how her size relates to her environment, I'm just going to go ahead and click the little arrow. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little shadow under her. So what I'm going to do is not add a shadow this way in these tools down here. I don't want to add a drop shadow using these tools. What I'm going to do instead is create a new layer, and I'm going to place it underneath of her. Let's go ahead and label these layers. So I'm going to label this person, and I'm going to label this shadow. I am going to use a soft black brush, or perhaps I want to pick a color from the background itself. Select an appropriately sized brush, and okay, let's try this. I'm going to just put it under her feet a little bit. And I am going to blur this slightly. And I'm going to blur it even a little bit more. And when I'm happy with that, I may go ahead and change this to multiply mode, and I want to put it in multiply mode because I just want to make sure that I see all the texture underneath of the sidewalk here. And when I'm happy with that, I will just leave this here. Now if I want to add a little bit more detail around her feet, I can go here, and actually I'm just going to go into Bridge. You can call it up any way you want. And now I'm going to go into Bridge, and I'm going to grab this bottom blossom overlay. And I'm just going to go and drag it down here and sort of align it with where these blossoms are falling in the sidewalk. And if you don't like the green, you can get rid of it, but I kind of liked having some of the green foliage also fall onto the sidewalk here. And I'm going to just sort of place it so it's just a little tiny bit over her boot. And now let's go ahead and add some falling blossoms. So I'm going to pick these, And I'm going to pick out the one that I like, open it up, and copy. Select all copy, and then paste it into my image, and then just adjust it and place it where it feels the best. I can use my transform tool and rotate it so that it falls a little bit differently around her. And once I'm satisfied, I am going to just really quickly show you how to add a top. I don't think a top would be appropriate necessarily for this image, but if you have a different image where you want to add a little more color to the top, this is how you would do it. Just go ahead, and as you see, you can drag and drop it right onto the top of your image. And you can resize it a little bit if you want, make it a little bit bigger. But there you go. So you have a different top to this image. And I don't think I would recommend it with these digital backgrounds per se, but if you have another photograph and you're looking to add color pop, these would work really well. And now I want to quick show you the actions that go along with it. Right now, I think it's all working pretty cute color-wise. However, let's say that I want to have cooler blossoms. I can just hit this cooler tone, and then what I can do is I can lower the shade so that it becomes progressively less cool until you're at 0%, which you're at the original. So 20% on up and you become more purpley. Now, as you can see, it's also affecting the pinks in her outfit. Maybe you want that. Maybe you want them to stay consistent with the overall tones. If you don't, if you want the tones in your figure to not have that, you would simply make sure that this layer appears underneath of her. So here is my composite figure, and here is the action, and it's underneath her because the layers affect everything below it but not above. So really quick, I'm going to show you the warmer effect. So here we have, it becomes more reddish, and if we want to adjust that, we simply lower the opacity. The closer we get to 0, the closer we get to the original. Thank you so much for watching this little demonstration. I hope you enjoy this product. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.